Hey everybody! Welcome to lesson number 5. In this video, we're going to talk all about balance. When you hear the word balance, what do you think of? Maybe you think about things being even. You might even picture a scale. In photography, the idea of balance means not letting a picture look too crowded on one side. You want things to look even. We can do this in two ways. The first way is by putting the main subject, what you want the viewer to really look at, in the front, and then putting something in the back on the other side. The other way that we can use balance is using something called asymmetry. This is when two sides look balanced even though they're not exactly the same. In this video, we're going to use the word plane. Now, we're not talking about an airplane that flies in the sky. We're actually talking about a level in a picture. We might use the word foreground, that means the front level of a picture, or background, the back level of a picture. Let's look at some examples of balance. In this picture, the main subject, what the viewer really wants to see, is the boy in the gray shirt. The photographer placed him in the front, the first plane, or the foreground of the picture, and to balance the picture out, place the other two people in the background or the second plane of the picture on the other side. In these two pictures, the photographer wanted to capture a family of 4. She put one parent and a child in the foreground on one side, and then she took the other parent and the other child and put them in the background on the other side. This used balance and also helped tell the story. In this set of pictures, the photographer uses balance in a really interesting way. She wanted to show the viewer both the sculpture and the boy. In the first picture, she focused on the sculpture. The boy's in the picture, but he's kind of blurry. In the second picture, she switched it up. The boy is in focus and the sculpture is blurry. By using this blurriness and focus in a picture, she used balance, but also showed the viewer what was really important. She used the same focus and blurring technique in this picture of this pregnant mom. She wanted you to look at the pregnant belly, but she also wanted to capture the mom's smiling face. She used balance and also helped tell the story. Now let's talk about asymmetry. Remember, asymmetry is when two sides are balanced even though they're not exactly the same. In photography, when you use asymmetry, imagine a line splitting your picture right down the middle from top to bottom. Both sides of that line should have the same amount of stuff, even though they're not identical. Let's look at some examples. In this first picture, there are 4 people and 2 horses. The photographer split the frame right down the middle. She put 2 people and a horse on one side and 2 people on a horse on the other side. You can see the picture isn't exactly the same on both sides, but it's even and it's balanced. In this next picture, there are also 4 people. The photographer split the frame right down the middle and put 2 people on one side and 2 people on the other side. Let's look at one last example. This picture actually uses 2 rules of composition: balance and the use of lines. There are converging lines. Using 2 rules of composition makes this picture even more interesting. Alright guys, that is the end of this video. We looked at tons of examples. We talked about balance with 2 planes and on one plane with asymmetry. If you need help remembering any of this information, you can find a copy of this lesson in the Photography Lessons folder, or you can watch this video again. Also, all of our terms that we talked about today can be found in the glossary. Next, you can watch Hamish explain the balance activity. And when you're done with that, you can dive into the next 2 shooting assignments. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Have a great time, and I'll see you in the next lesson video. Bye-bye!